guys! Today I'm going to do a tag video called Your Life as a Reader, Past, Present, and Future. I'm going to link the channel of the guy that created the tag, and I thought it was a very fun tag. I'm on a book buying ban, so I'm probably just going to do a book haul for Christmas now. Yeah, because I decided I had to speed up my reading and stop buying books. I have to stop buying books for a while. And I realized I wasn't going to be able to finish my 50 book challenge, so I brought my challenge down to 45, because 45 is already going to be a challenge, so I hope I can do it. I'm reading constantly, even on weekdays, which I don't normally do, but yeah, I'm trying with everything to finish the challenge, so yes. Oh yes, for the end of the year, I'm gonna do a video with the rest of the books I read this year, because I did a video in June or July, I don't remember, talking about the books I had read until then, and I'm gonna do a video talking about the rest of them. Well, okay, let's do the tag then. Okay, so the questions start with the past. So first question is, how old were you when you began to read? I was about 4 or 5 years old. I can't remember, but it was about that age. Yeah. What is the name of the first novel you ever read? I can't remember the novel properly, but there were these books in my preschool, which is, I guess, the age I started reading, and they were a collection of very short stories about the Grimm tales, the brothers Grimm tales, and I remember reading them like it was something I read on my own. So I think these were the first novels I ever read. So since I didn't own these books, they belonged to my school. A while later, like when I was an adult already, I looked for these books and I found them out in a collection. I'm gonna show you. So these are 2 volumes of the Grimm brothers' tales, and so in here there are many of these little books that my preschool had. They're very pretty. They have a lot of pictures and they're very short, but very easy to read. And I remember these were the first novels I read. Which book got you into reading? I used to read occasionally and growing up, but I read mostly comic books, a very popular series here in Brazil called Monica, and so I was very into this comic book. So I didn't read books for a while, but what really got me into reading again was Harry Potter. I was 15, and it was what made me start going after The Lord of the Rings, and then Mrs. of Avalon, and everything that I read came after Harry Potter, because it really got me addicted to it. The first memory you have of reading? I have memory of being very young and reading with my mom, because my mom used to read for me and my brother before we went to bed, and I have clear memory of me being very little and reading with her. Now the questions go to the present. So how many books do you currently own? I have around 330 books. Let's count. Which of these is your favorite? Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Which of these is your most hated? Eclipse by Stephanie Meyer. The reason I really hate this book is because I really, really liked Twilight and New Moon. It was like, I loved it. I loved it. And Eclipse ruined Twilight for me, so I kind of have a very angry feeling towards that book, because it was supposed to be good and it was not. What is your favorite genre? Paranormal and fantasy. It's mostly what I own in my book collection. How often do you read? Unfortunately, I read mostly on weekends, and because I'm very tired in the evenings on weekdays, and I can't keep my concentration for very long in weekdays. So if I start watching a movie or read I'll fall asleep. Yes, I will. So what I mostly do on evenings is stay on the internet because then I don't fall asleep. But when I'm on holidays and I have free time, free days, vacation and everything, then I can read every day, which is what I plan to do on my Christmas break, which is coming soon, hopefully, because I'm very tired. Children, YA, or adult books, I like the three. YA is what I mostly read now, but I really like middle grade books, like The City of Amber was one of my favorite books, and it is a book for children. And the adult books that I read are chick lit, like Sophie Kinsella, Alice Hoffman too, and for my fantasy adult writers, Susanna Clark and Neil Gaiman. Fast, intermediate, or slow reader? I think I'm intermediate because I don't think I'm a slow reader, but I think that I could read faster than I do now, so I think I'm intermediate. Who is your favorite author and why? Susanna Clark is definitely my favorite author, but it's kind of sad because she doesn't write too many books, so yeah, there is one book by her that is one of my top favorites, which is Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, and I have a book of short stories by her, and I really wish she'd write more because she's fantastic, and I think she's my favorite author, along with Jane Austen, I guess. Yeah, I really like Jane Austen. Paperback or hardback? I like both. It depends on my mood and on the book. Who is your favorite protagonist and why? This took me forever to think about. Really, it took me forever. Because it's hard to say I love a protagonist so much over everyone else. I came up with Jonathan Strange from Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell because I think he's so interesting. He's kind of weird, but I really like him, and he goes for the things that he thinks he should do. He's kind of crazy because he does crazy things. I'm pretty tired, so I'm talking nonsense. I'm sorry, guys. Who is your favorite antagonist and why? This one also took a lot of thinking, but I came up with Sauron, or Sauron, or whatever you want to pronounce it, from the Lord of the Rings, because he's the ultimate antagonist. He's like the ultimate evil, and he's very scary. What's your average book length? I think it's around 350. Yeah, most of my books are that length, I guess. Future part of the questions. Question 17 now. Do you see yourself being involved in a career related to literature? My work now couldn't be more far from being involved with literature. Sometimes I think I might get some amazing ideas someday and write and make it work. But I doubt that if I ever did write something, I would have the courage to show someone because I think I wouldn't want to show anyone. But I always had dreams of being a bookseller, like having a bookstore and working in a bookstore. I always thought about that. But yeah, maybe someday, who knows? I always wanted to own a bookstore. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah. Do you think ebooks would take over the standard book format? I thought a lot about that, and I think no. I don't think it will replace it ever. I do think that maybe someday some books are going to be published only as ebooks, but I do think that there will always be space for real books, and at least like bestsellers, I think, are always going to be printed. I should really hope. I have nothing against ebooks, but I just don't see them as being as fun as having the book. It's so awesome. Really, guys, books are awesome. Yeah. Yeah, so I think no, they won't be replaced ever. As long as we keep buying them, I'm always going to want to buy physical books. So As long as there's a market, people like us that want to get the physical books, they can't go away. You pass reading on to your children. I hope to have children, so I hope they're inspired by growing in a house full of books and by seeing me read. I'll always read to them and buy any books they ever want, so I hope they get encouraged by that. So yeah, guys, if you want to do it, go on. It's a very fun tag to do. I'm sorry if this video was a little bit low on the energy thing, because I'm very tired today and I just decided to do the video today and I'm kind of tired. But yeah, that was it. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you later.